rest and get ready for them.
Legs should be fresh for a very important clash. All roads lead to El Choli Arena here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. An opportunity for Italy and Lithuania to continue their Olympic journey in a win-or-go-home semifinal game here at the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament in 2024. Fans from Lithuania have made the trip here to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Others who already live here waiting for game number 2, which will see the host nation, Puerto Rico, take on Mexico. So it's Europe versus Europe, Americas versus Americas here in the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament in San Juan. Well, we get an opportunity to meet Team Lithuania, who are 2-0 here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. They took care of business in the group phase, earned the #1 seed, which means they cross over with the team that finished second in Group B. Lithuania comes in having to try to get back to the Olympic Games. They had 9 straight appearances and lost at home in 2021. They want to get back to the Olympic Games and continue the streak. One of the best teams on the planet is Lithuania. The world rank says so, presented by Nike. Now they got to go out and show it on the basketball court. On the other side, Italy 1-1 here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. They took care of business in game number 1, but fell to Puerto Rico and winded up being a Europe versus Europe matchup that we see in front of you right now. Italy has been successful at getting to the final, the last 2 Olympic qualifying tournament games. In 2026, they defeated Mexico 79-54. In 2021, they defeated the Dominican Republic 79-59. So the magic number for Italy tonight is 79 once again. Can they continue to score at a high clip and take down world powers Lithuania? The 2 highest scoring teams here in San Juan, Puerto Rico, moments away from doing battle. But first, we have the national anthems. San Juan, Puerto Rico. Thanks for joining us wherever you are, however you're doing so. Carlos Day alongside former Canadian national team member Javon Shepard. We're fired up for this one. Can't wait, moments away from tip-off. An opportunity to meet the third team on the floor here tonight. 3 officials will keep this game in check. Rikondi, Boyer, and Prakesh from Spain, Hungary, and Australia. All right, Javon, here we go. Big game, big time game feel. Italy already has one of those in their department. Lithuania does not. Here's the starting 5 for Lithuania.
Yeah, this Lithuanian team, right, they're going to be physical, they're going to be tough, and they have the best player on the floor, right? And he's shooting 71% from the floor, so you know they have somebody to play through. And if your best player, the best player team's the best player on the floor, you give yourself a chance to win. There you see him, had a chance to talk to him before the game and just ask him about the difference between the FIBA game and the NBA game. He said, you know, it's a little slower here. You run more sets, and I think that shows you so much about his game and how he's able to adapt, because he's shooting 71% from the floor, right? Everything he touches is going in. He's going to get on the boards, a double-double machine. But a guy that just understands how to adapt, how to get his teammates involved, and if they're going to play a little faster with him getting that ball off of the rim.
Coach Mark Spitas ready to get his team back to the Olympic Games. Starts tonight with a win in this one. Here's Italy's starting 5. It's been the same starting 5 throughout the first 2 games here in this tournament.
Yeah, this starting 5 right now, they're going to have to play a little bit better. They shot 10 for 29 against Puerto Rico, just 34%. For those guys that really move the basketball, they have this guy right here, Danilo Gallinari, right? And he's a big part of the reason why they play at the pace and play at the speed that they do, because he can get any shot. And spoke to him as well before the game. He went down late last game with an injury and said he's feeling good. MRI came back clean, just a little inflammation, but he feels great and ready to rock.
Marco Pozzeco, the head coach for Italy, trying to get them back through the FIBA OQTs back to the Olympic Games. Countdown to Tissot inside of a minute for tip-off. Think about this basketball game. We know Lithuania has the rest advantage. They had 2 days off as opposed to the 1 that Italy had. And that's something that has come up around San Juan, Puerto Rico. It's the teams that have had to go back-to-back just haven't looked the same in the first half of that back-to-back as they had the second. No one's going back-to-back tonight, but there is a rest advantage for Lithuania, which I'm sure they took advantage of.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes it can go both ways. It can be rest advantage, or you can have 2 days off and you come out a little sluggish. But I think the benefit there is you have a chance to just sit down, you know, watch some film, take a deep dive in film, not just, you know, Italy's game plan or how Italy approaches the game, but some of the mistakes you've made individually, some of the mistakes you've made as a team. So for those guys, you really have to, 1, take advantage of your body, resting your body, recovery, but just really lock in. It's more time that you have to sit down and lock in and focus. So you really have to take advantage of that.
That lock-in point is very much key in a tournament like this that is so unforgiving. 1 loss could really shake the foundation of what you're trying to build here. 6 teams start. Only 1 moves on to the Olympic Games. So sometimes it is resting your body, but also resting your mind so you can reset and not be on that grind constantly.
Absolutely. And for some guys, everybody has a different routine. Some guys get away from the game so they come back recalibrated, refreshed. But it's so important that you have a routine that you're set in so that when it's tip-off time like we're about to right now, you're ready to go.
Big game atmosphere, big game feel. Italy, Lithuania, off we go. Semifinals here at the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament in San Juan, Puerto Rico. It's Italy basketball to start. They're wearing the white jerseys, going from left to right on your screen. Spisu knifing his way to the rim, gets the first 2 of the game. Spisu is averaging just 7.5 points here. Needs to get going offensively for Italy.
Yeah, that helps right there, right? Lithuania is a little bit over-aggressive on the catch. He does a good job attacking.
Kuzminskis driving in, hands it off to Sabonis. Sabonis misses the first attempt, and Novus gets fouled on the way up, so he'll go to the line.
Offensive rebound, such a big team Lithuania is. And Simonis gets under there, showing you the fundamentals, shot fake, miss the chippy. Come with an offensive rebound like you do here. How about picking up an early foul? And Novus getting himself a chance at 2 and strike.
Novus, a typical starter for Zalgiris this season, playing in the Lithuanian League. Of course, the Euro League as well. Should we get to the games for his first time ever. This is 60th appearance on the senior national team stage. He knocks down 1 of 2 from the line. Stefano Tanut. Melly through the legs to Spisu. Nara thought about it. Tanut with a good jab fake. And they move the ball so well, and they get a good look from Melly, who gets fouled. They'll have to earn him at the line.
That's tough, a tough break for Lithuania. They're a good job by Italy moving the basketball, but Body's doing a tremendous job on Spisu, denying him areas of the pass. Melly taking his time and just picking up the foul on Sabonis. But Body's doing an incredible job on Spisu, the guard from baseline up the floor, not allowing him to initiate the offense as a point guard. And then you get a late shot.
Melly toeing the line here. You see his averages on the screen, 10.5 points. He hasn't had that breakout game here for the first 2 in Puerto Rico. He's very capable of knocking down a handful of threes and stretching the defense. Jokubaitis in the lane, floating one up. That's short. It falls to a flat-footed rebound for Jokubaitis. Novus draws 2. Abbas already with 1 foul, trying to stop Novus. Pass in the lane, strip to Newt. Polonara with the hammer. Polonara, the inside presence for Italy, and a team in Italy that doesn't have much size, so Polonara's going to be so important. He's averaging 8 points here. Kuzminskis drills the 3. No one's played more games. Kuzminskis, senior national team level here at this tournament, his 79th appearance. The senior national team drills his first 3 tonight. Tanut, Melly misses the float. Waiting with a chance to run. That's good hands there by Spisu, and Abbas able to pick it up. Polonara going to go to work on Ragonis. Polonara steps back off the mark. Kuzminskis now has the rock. Kuzminskis getting his first start here in San Juan. He's coming off the bench for the first 2 games. His experience, value. Sabonis on the block. Reposting. 5 to shoot for Sabonis. Jokubaitis from the corner. Off the mark, Novus is fouled. Underneath. Check that. They're going to call it on him on the push. So we're going the other way.
Yeah, he's getting in there.
He still can't believe that the call was fouled.
He's trying to tell the officials right now that he got pushed. And that's the thing with Lithuania. They play so aggressive. That teams they're trying to meet that aggression, right? So he got pushed. That's also because he initiated that contact.
It's the second team foul for Lithuania. Melly sets for Tanut. Abbas uses the Polonara screen. That's short on 3. Rebound for Sabonis. He's averaging a double-double here in this tournament. 17 points per game, 10 rebounds. Polonara for 3. Indeed. Looks over at his head coach, Pozzecco, and Pozzecco's fired up.
That's a good transition basket. A big part of the reason why Italy shoots about 6 more field goals per game than Lithuania in this tournament.
Great answer. Ragonis drills the 3 there. Both teams coming out shooting well to start this basketball game. Highest scoring teams here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. He's Lithuania and Italy. Lithuania averaging 96.5 points per game, as you see Melli put it in, and a chance for one more at the line.
You mentioned Melli hasn't had that breakout game, but if he does more what he just did right now, this will be that game, right? Short roll, and he's so crafty, making plays and making passes, but now he's got to look to be a bit more aggressive, scoring the basketball. See that on that play.
Melli made his senior national team debut back in 2013 at Eurobasket. Now playing his 59th game for Italy. He's had some time in the NBA, was signed Pelicans to try and stretch the floor for Zion Williamson. Didn't work out for him. He's back in Europe, had a great season with Fenerbahce. Now trying to get his team back to the Olympic Games. Sabonis. Kicks to the corner, Gordonis for three. Indeed, his second in a row from three-point range. Gordonis is able to give Lithuania some shooting from the perimeter. That should only help offensively.
Completely changes everything, right? You stretch the floor, have another dimension to your offense, a bit more dynamic.
Jokubaitis comes up with a steal. A 3-on-1 opportunity. It's Jokubaitis to the rim. Blocked by Polonara, but finished by Gordonis. And Gordonis coming alive with 8 points now. Averaging 19.5. He's been terrific, especially in close games down the stretch. An offensive foul is called on Melli away from the basketball as he dumped Villanobis. You see the black guy there for Kuzminskis. This has been a physical tournament here in Puerto Rico.
You beat me to it. That black guy is a perfect example of how Lithuania plays. And right now, they're winning the toughness category, right? 3 offensive rebounds that they scored on. Maybe has to do a better job just meeting them there.
2 turnovers apiece. These 2 teams take care of the rock well. Look out. Sabonis with the poster finish. It's Lithuania 3-point lead. Boot going right by Gordonis. He fell to the floor, so he had to foul and got back up.
That's a smart foul. That was a smart foul because Tanubu had a straight line drive to the back. He got back up, slipped on it. He down over there. Very smart foul. Forced him to set up a half-court offense so everybody could match up 5-on-5.
From Italy's perspective, it's a good foul for them too. The next one will put Lithuania in the penalty. There's plenty of time here in this first. To lead for 2. Off the mark, a strong rebound by Kuzminskis. Davis wanted a block. Kuzminskis with the good cut. Sabonis fouled him.
Lakers didn't realize how open he was. Sabonis tracking 2 defenders and he's dropping it down.
Just checking into the game now on the rock. Uses the Melli screen. Polonara for 3. In and out. Rovis with the push. Polonara staying in front of him. Slows that fast break opportunity down. Gordonis has it rolling. Turns the corner in the lane. No look to Villanobis, who missed it. Kuzminskis on the offensive rebound. That's Lithuania's flexing right now.
Yeah, that's another offensive rebound for Lithuania. 4 of their 9 rebounds have been on the offensive end and they've converted on those.
I want to give this team 2 big chances. Polonara, hammer time.
All right, tough last game. You see he's come out with a different mentality, a bit more tough, a bit more aggressive, and saying, hey, I'm going to assert myself early in this game.
Averaging 8 points for San Juan, Puerto Rico, already up to 7 tonight. Fouls on the perimeter. So a side out. I have 2 subs apiece checking into the game here with 3:16 remaining in the first period. First chance we get a chance to see Dylan Gallinari. Let's take a look at this replay. Foul on Kuzminskis. He also caught an elbow there as Jokubaitis had the chicken wing up.
This is where Italy's offense changes, right? When Gallinari checks into the game, he gives them a target. He gives them, a feature player and a hub to play through.
Sabonis from the nail. Off the mark. Tolute skies for the rebound. Gallinari get his first touch. To go with his back to the basket. The double comes. He's looking for help. Throws it away. Deep shot on the runway. Foul. He'll have to earn him at the line. Lithuania wanted the unsportsmanlike. See what the officials decide. Foul right now for the time being. Here the whistles from the 500 Lithuanian supporters who made the trip to Puerto Rico. Here's the replay.
And you know, Dimshot picks up a foul there, good job in transition, but a better job on the defensive side, understanding the game plan, executing, just being in the passing lane, anticipating the pass out from Gallinari. And they're really shrinking before Gallinari gets that touch in the post. The defenders with 6 eyes focus on him. Everybody using their length, everybody using their arms, really not allowing him to get to his spot and get into the shot.
Here the terms shrinking the floor. What does that exactly mean?
Well, you know, the nearest defenders are in one the passing lane and the driving lanes, and not allowing the offensive player any lane or any gap to just navigate. And they're about, you know, one arm length away from their defender and closer to the offensive player with the basketball.
6-point advantage for Lithuania. Manning into the game for the first time. Reaching for 3. Indeed. Ricci shooting 50% from 3-point range coming into this game. Drills his first. Sabonis gets doubled. Open is Jokubaitis. Can't get it to fall. Rebound Gallinari is falling out of bounds, so he threw it away. Fresh 14 now for Lithuania. Set it back to 24, in fact. So it was a clean possession, and it lands in the hands of Jokubaitis, who drills the 3. Under 2 to play here in the first period. Winner go home scenario. Tolute to the rim. Can't get it to go. Strong rebound by Ricci inside. Mannion thought about it. Gallinari gets hit. Found the ball again. Found a shot and found a foul. Both coaches complaining about the whistle, or lack thereof.
That's a good sign. Both officials are complaining. Here's the pass, Gallinari, and right away, 2 defenders, Sabonis rotating over on the backside. And I think this is a point for Italy to use Gallinari to attract the defense. As soon as he touches it, guys got to make himself available on the perimeter or cut to the basket so he can make some touch passes, because he's going to attract 2, 3, 4 defenders. It's clear that Lithuania right now, their intention is to, the game plan rather, is to completely beat him up and have 2 guys on him as soon as he catches the basketball.
Gallinari knocks down the first free throw. In that situation, when you know your teammates are attracting so much attention, where did you like to play on the floor to find that open space?
Well, one, get to the corners and just find those gaps, find those lanes where, you know, you can give the offensive teammate the lane to take the basketball out, because if he's attracting 2, right, now you're playing 4-on-3 on the offensive end. So guys got to just be aware of that and be hungry to score the basketball.
Just into the game now for Lithuania. Had some big buckets down the stretch. And they win over Mexico. Veskis drills the 3.
Shot ready there, right? Off the kick out, getting a paint touch, getting to a gap, give a passing lane.
Demicius comes up with the steal, and Ricci fouls him at the break. And we'll head down the other side of the court and shoot some free throws, as both teams are independent.
Crossbody, he's gonna like the bridge, so even if he blows on you, he's gonna feel like you got hit by a tank.
He's not skipping too many days in the gym. He's over there, he's not playing on his phone. Skevicius Davis plays for Zalgiris as well. LKL, top pro league. Doesn't average too many points. He does a lot of things. They just don't show up in the stat sheet. He's length and size defensively. It bothers opposing teams and opposing players. There's 1 or 2 from the line on that trip. Chelly. Gallinari wants it, gets it. Creating some space for him now. Go to work. Reach, get deep 3. Reach has come out and hit 2. 3-point range.
What happened there? Exactly what we're talking about before. You get the ball inside to Gallinari. He gets the attention of the defense and kicks it out to Reach, and Reach is not ready.
As for 2-for-1 opportunity here for Lithuania. Kevicius in the lead. Kevicius, he was stripped. A foul is called, so we'll go the other side. Ricci should be shooting free throws.
Number 13,
Loose ball.
number 10,
So it'll be Italy basketball underneath their own basket. Shot clock unplugged. Will operate use the Loyola screen. Lithuania switches with that screen. They're still switching right for right, side on side. Mannion looking to get to the paint. Now looking for help. Lost it. Gallinari, this will be good if it goes. It's off the mark. That's how we end the first 10 minutes of play. Lithuania lead 25-21 after 1. Here's a look at some of the numbers from the first period. Stands out to you. So take a look at the stats.
You know, looking at his numbers, this first quarter is really early in the game, and they're shooting really good from 3, 36% right now. But I think they did a good job of weathering the storm. Right? Going into the break right now, they've got to say, you know, we've got to adjust. We've adjusted their physicality. And here you see them getting in transition. Polinara getting up and down. But if they adjust to Lithuania's physicality like they did late in that first quarter and play through Gallinari, not to score the basketball, but to create, I think they're in a really good position.
Mentioned the shooting from 3-point range for Italy and Lithuania. Both the teams would have liked to shoot better in their first 2 games from 3-point range. Italy only shooting 33% from the land beyond. And that kind of led to their loss against Puerto Rico. They really struggled from 3-point range against Puerto Rico. A much better showing so far for the first 10 minutes here.
Yeah, and I think the way they move the basketball, they're always finding the open player. You know, you got to be able to knock down those shots. I don't necessarily see a guard on that team where you put it into their hands and they're going to go and give you 20 or 30 on any given night, right? They're more team by unit or cohesive, by committee rather. But also, what sticks out to me from that first quarter is the 4 offensive rebounds for Lithuania, right? We're talking about shooting, that's one thing, right? They're shooting a decent number from 3 right now, but if they're getting 4 offensive rebounds and converting on those, it doesn't matter what you shoot, right? Because you're going to have an opportunity to put it back in, give yourself more chances at confidence, more chances at knocking big shots down, or, you know, everybody's in the paint. The best opportunity of an offensive rebound is at the 3-point line. So they really have to keep that in mind right now and get everybody off of the offensive glass.
You miss the opportunity to scan the QR code. Still download the Courtside 1891 app from Apple App Store or Android. Go to the stream, schedule, scores, and so much more. All the FIBA OQTs for the Saturday semi-final play. Kavicius, the first 2 here to start the second quarter. See the 5 on the floor for Italy. It's Gallinari on the walk. That's a good poke away there by Deep Shot.
crucial has him catching the basketball out at the three-point line. Do your work early so you don't have to do it later.
Coaches always send that message. Doing that work early. We saw an example. I'll just point it out for you, right there. Ricci to follow, but that's off the mark. That chance at picking it up. That was just in the front door. It's terrific down the stretch against Cote d'Ivoire. As you see, 5 on the floor, 4 on the floor. This comes out and set the screen. That just draws 2. Throws it baseline, deep shot for 3. He's trying to use his body to try to shake it into the rim. He was off as soon as he left his hands. Payola turns the court. Gets to the rim. That's a tough move by Payola.
Big time move. Big time move. Getting to the basket.
Technical foul called on Louis' bench. They were not impressed with the lack of a whistle right there with Payola. Right now, the Beckos want to have a conversation with the officials.
Entering number
Get the ear of anything. He sits back down in his chair. And Capchis will get to the free throw line.
I think what Coach Pasecco was saying there is that's just he got over that screen and was just bumping
technical foul
Payola to the basket. But that's just the nature of how Lithuania plays, right? They force the officials to adjust to how difficult and how tough and how aggressive and how they're tugging, they're bumping you on every screen, on every move.
As a player playing a team like that, and you know going into the game is going to be physical, how tough is it to stay composed?
Well, you have no choice but to, because then if you don't, they know that they're in your mind. They know that they have you. If you back down, they're just going to beat you up more.
Good steal there by Gallinari. Payola to the floor. To slow down as Lithuania got back in transition. Gallinari now on the block. See the attention he draws here. Mannion for 3 from the corner. Can't get it to fall. That's a good look. Gerskis on the baseline had a tough catch to make. Tells Maniunas to go down low, but another example there of Ricci doing the work early. Force Maniunas back to the perimeter. Shot clock down to 2. Dragonis for 3. He's feeling it tonight.
4 for 4, 3 for 3 from the three-point line. 11 points for him.
Has his team up by 8. Cicelli turning the court. Ricci, he likes his spot. Not good that time. Cicelli a little too aggressive. He knew the screen was coming.
It's just a tough shot. There's nothing to do. Great defense. It's a better shot. Contested. Shoelaces of the offense. Dragonis just said, hello.
We had a conversation off the air just talking about playing games and when you start to feel in a game and those first couple of shots start to go down and how easy the game became for you. Right now, I imagine Dragonis is going through that right now as he's 3 for 3 start.
Yeah, you know, what he feels like is that basket just gets wider and wider and wider, and then your teammates start looking at you. And then, you know, you look over at the coaches, they're running sets, you start to feel that much better about yourself. And even if you take an ill-advised shot, everybody's still rocking with you, everybody's still rolling with you. That's some of the best feelings, especially if that happens early, and you know for the rest of the game, I can take whatever I want to.
I'm sure you love that.
Don't talk to me about defense.
Dragonis now, the shot clock winding down. Speaking of defense, that's a good effort by Gallinari. He forced Dragonis to turn it over there. How about Danilo Gallinari here in this tournament? Took the knock, as you mentioned, in the game against Puerto Rico. Late in that game, slipped in It looked like he tweaked his knee. And a guy who does not have a contract yet for next year, still playing for a chance to go to the Olympic Games as Melly crushes it. A great pass by Mannion.
5-out offense, nobody in the paint, rolling hard. Richie is punched it.
Midas up top to Bellis, throws it down. Melly wants it, clapping for the basket. He is on the block. Melly takes the bump, uses the window. No. Now he tried to tap it in. Get it to fall. Midas. Verskis through contact. Kevicius. Counted. And the foul. Lithuania pounding the offensive glass.
Effort plays, right? That's the difference in this game right now. The toughness and the effort plays. Offensive rebounds. This is another one, a fifth one for Lithuania. And they just continue to convert on those offensive boards.
6:01 remaining in the first half. Timeout Italy. Let's listen in to Coach Putzek.
Si tú tuvieses que llevar a alguien a tu vida, ¿a dónde lo llevarías?
Abbiamo un passaggio e poi possiamo tornare a Venezia.
Oye, a mí me gustaría y mira, para que sigas, tú me entiendes lo que yo estoy hablando. Tú me entiendes que le dan un certificado para la fiesta, saber Puerto Rico, para que sigas explorando nuestra bella isla. Nosotros seguimos regalando a todos aquellos que hayan colchado sin pasaporte en la aventura, así que no se olviden de hacerlo en puertorriqueño.com.
So a 10-point lead right now for Lithuania. Still 6:01 remaining here in the second quarter. And we saw this earlier in a game between Slovenia and Greece. You don't want to let the game get away from you too early. So this is a great time out here for Coach Putzek. If you take a look at the last finish by Kevicius for the timeout.
And this is tough, right? You have 3 white shirts and 3 green shirts. You've got to put those basketball here. Just a big play. Above the rim, enough on the pass. Tubulish just finishing now.
Young fans loving what they're seeing so far from Lithuania. Back to the timeout. Coach Putzek obviously feeling momentum swinging in favor of Lithuania. One and done scenario. Don't want to dig yourself too much of a hole. So 10 points is the advantage right now. So largest lead of the game so far. Let's see how they respond.
And you know, this is still a marathon. It's not a race. Chipping away at this thing. Make sure it's under 10 going into the half.
That's a tough shot by Gallinari, fading away. He's asking for a foul call as he trots back down defensively.
He's got to make those moves quick, not allow Lithuania to send that double team.
He's going to pick up a technical foul because you can see it on your screen where Gallinari continued the discussion with the official and earned himself a text, 2 texts so far for Italy as they continue. Continues to be a discussion between Gallinari
Gallo, he doesn't usually say much. So he had to be popped down there on that play. And keep in mind, that was probably the first time he's touched the basketball where it was one-on-one coverage.
You've been doubled in your day.
A time or two.
And having to see the double, or just be aware of it every time the coach kind of playing that chess match of when to send it and not to send it. As a player, how do you react?
Well, I think, one, you invite it, right? Because if you're a willing passer as well, you know that you get your teammates involved. And once you get your teammates involved, you force your opponent or the defense to get out of those double teams, and now you have your one-on-one opportunities.
Bonus fouls Gallinari. Gallinari's trying to catch the basket. It's the first team foul here for Lithuania in the second period. Spizzi will check back in as Lithuania is on the floor.
And for Lithuania,
Three-guard lineup for Italy here. 5:13 to play.
Dimsha.
And Tonut, Payola, and Spisu. Spisu finds Tonut. Tonut passes up on the three. Rhythm jump shot not there. Melly taps it back up and in.
Nicolo. Maybe.
Melly's come to play tonight, hasn't he?
Melly, Richie, both those guys, probably the most physical guys on Italy, right? Surprise, surprise. This is their type of game.
8 points and counting for Melly. A steal. Spisu has it. Ahead, Tonut in front of the defender. Did a good job of stepping in front of Unarovis to block the straight path to the rim. Played it up and in.
You said it right. This is a marathon. It's not a race. Making sure that this thing is under 10 going into the half. They had about 8 minutes on the clock when we said that. We're down to a 5-minute game. Excuse me, a 4-point game.
4:41 remaining in the second. Lithuania calls for time, so they'll each drop on their 100.
We want you guys to kiss. Yes. Ay, se puso fachosa.
No, please, no, please.
Vestido, vestido. No, foto no, beso, beso.
Here's a Tonut layup in transition. Both these teams have taken care of the basketball so far here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And in a game like this, where it's win or go home, possessions matter so much. Turnovers right now, Lithuania just picked up their 6th turnover. Italy has 5. Cabbage is back on the floor, 43 green, just there on the screen for Lithuania. So Italy responded after the momentum swing timeout. Let's see how Lithuania come out with the timeout. Kuzminskis triggering his inbound. Novus also back on the floor, deep shot. Novus make up the 5 for Lithuania. Kuzminskis puts it on the deck, gets the up fake. Nice patience there.
That's great patience, but Sabonis setting 2 really good screens, a cross screen, and then into the stagger. When you have somebody, your best player, that's willing to put his body on the line to get his guys open as well, right? You got to play hard. Great finish and great patience, to your point.
Gallinari takes the bump, and he's going to go to the line for 2. Kuzminskis battling hard. Gallinari just did a great job of sealing.
You know what, we talk about doing your work early on defense. Now Larry's doing his work early on offense. He put in some work, interpret the officials early, picked up his technical. Now, as soon as he gets the basketball, he's attacking right into the aggressive defense and forcing them to make a call. Sometimes you got to take a tackle.
Gallinari makes in the first free throw. Gallinari playing his 39th game for the senior national team, made his debut back in 2011 in Eurobasket. Didn't waste any time becoming a star. 6 points and counting. He's gotten to the line 4 times.
It's the exact same set they ran in this possession before, and then Sabonis is setting all the screens, cleaning everybody up.
Notice this time in the lane. 5 to shoot now. Couches puts it on the floor. Forces one up. Sabonis was there. Can't get it to fall twice in a row. He's point blank range. You see Sabonis unable to get it to drop. And Italy complaining that it should be their basketball.
Italy's complaining on that play, but they did all their work, right? You work, play defense, you force a tough shot. The rebound comes off. And Sabonis doesn't get his hand on it once, but twice. right? At that point, you gotta take some accountability. You gotta be hungry for this basketball.
So Italy's challenging this call right here to say that it should be their basketball. The call on the floor is Lithuania basketball, so we'll get an opportunity to listen into the officials
We are
here.
going to review. We are going to review last player in touch the ball and out of bounds. So go. Slow-mo. One more back. Show me camera number 2. Yeah, 3x3. Okay, one more. Stop. Stop. One more. So it's green is last one. Yeah? So it's white ball. So after the review, so it's conclusive, we change the direction. It's white ball. Okay? So show me. After the review, we change our initial decision is white ball. Ball for Italy. Confirm. Yeah, confirm. Yeah, you. What's up?
Successful challenge there for Italy as they get possession here with 3:38 remaining in the first half. Down 5. Spisu will begin this set. Tonu using the belly screen to move down the lane. Wide open is Petrocelli for 3.
Great pass by Spisu, Petrocelli knocking it down, but Melli with a big-time roll to the basket, forcing that weak side to tag and goes in. Petrocelli gets a really nice open shot.
Gets in front of Spisu, forces one up. He's getting everything to fall tonight. Tried to draw the foul that time, more than make the shot. He made it anyway. 15 points in counting. Tonut, indeed.
There's another look, right? Tonu now comes off that screen with Melli. The defense is worried about that weak side pass again, and he just gets a nice open mid-range jumper. Rhythm shot.
Torgonis for 3. Can't get it to fall. Melli smartly smacks it off the window. Here, Spisu, Gallinari. Now body traveled. Fouls on the floor by Kuzminskis. Kuzminskis will walk to the bench and make way for Sedekelsnis to come into the game. Officials are discussing here. That's the reason for the delay. Review. I believe they're going to review a shot from a previous possession. Let's listen in.
We're going to have an official review of the last shot for Lithuania. 2 or 3 shot.
Go. Wait.
And the big time is the second personal foul number 19.
Okay, we are going to review if the shot was 2 or 3 points. So just go ahead. So it's 3, it's out of the line. So it's 3. After the review, shot was a 3-point basket, okay? Good, confirm. It's 3. What's 3 points?
Kandi confirming the 3-point shot by Gorgonis. Get an opportunity to watch the game and rewind for a second.
At least you go right back to this mid-pick and roll. They've had 2 consecutive possessions where they've had success out of it.
Jelly. Back to Tonut. Tonut will tee up the 3. Off the mark. Sabonis vacuums it in. Here's Sabonis on the block. Working on Melli. Unable to spin it home. I think Polonara got a poke to him. Melli tried to find Polonara, but Polonara's falling. He couldn't take that pass.
Really love this right here. So a miscue, miscommunication by both players. Melli just coming right over. Okay, forget the play, next play.
Just watching Italy, you know how close they are. It's very tight. Cavicius for three.
That's tough. That is tough.
Spezia was a little late getting in position. Cavicius pulled the trigger and knocked it down. 1:20 remaining in the first half. Winner go home scenario. Turns the corner, gets bumped, tosses it up. They're going to call an offensive foul on Melli. The other way. Here it is.
Melli there. You see, put that arm on the back of Sabonis. Tanu, and Tanu was a little out of control on the way to the basket, already falling to the floor.
It's Melli's second foul. Italy will call for time here. 1:13 remaining in the second quarter. Melli a little frustrated as he walks to the huddle. So we'll listen in to Coach Pazzecco address his team.
Se sbagliamo, riprendiamo il gioco, non fa niente, cambiamo. Cambiamo, non possiamo far tirare uno da solo, non ce ne fa un cazzo. Senti qua. Pippo per Nick 2 falli, guarda qua. Pippo, facciamo show. Un minuto fino alla volta, facciamo show. Occhio a non far falli. Però facciamo show. Ok? Ok? Andiamo. Andiamo!
1, 2, 3! Vai!
Some of the sights this intense basketball game. European teams battling for a chance to get to the final here at the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament. San Juan, Puerto Rico, 44-38. 1:13 remaining in the first half. It's Lithuania basketball coming out of the timeout. Game number 2 will feature 2 America's teams. Mexico and Puerto Rico here in the El Choli Arena. And this place is going to be absolutely rocking for a couple of hours. Eunice to corner. Sarakelskis is fouled for 3. So he'll go to the line for 3 shots. Not a great foul
At all. Following the jump shooter at the 3-point line. I understand what happened. You're trying to help the roll, but you're also trying to have that sense of urgency to get out on the shooter. So you've got to get out there disciplined. Have to get out there and contest without fouling. Easier said than done, because those guys are setting screens and rolling hard to the basket, going to get straight line rolls. Both are your responsibility to tag that roller and also get back out to a shooter and not foul.
Fouls like that almost feel like a turnover.
Yeah. They hurt. They hurt. You get 3 shots at the free throw line. You also give your opponent an opportunity to set up their defense as opposed to being in transition or just being 5-on-4. So it can really set you back.
So Italy was able to reduce the lead just moments ago, and now it stretches right back out to 9. Tonu knifing his way inside. Monty Eunice swallowed that basketball. Jokubaitis. Zampinas for 3. Off the mark, another offensive rebound here for Lithuania. Go 2 for 1 if they go quickly. So they'll take their time for a quality look. Jokubaitis looking to dance. Takes the pump from Polonara, can't get it to fall. It's going to stay here. And Lithuania will have an opportunity to look at this field goal attempt. 14 on the shot clock. 4-second difference. You see how frustrated Italy are giving up so many second chance opportunities.
10 offensive rebounds and 10 second chance points to Italy's 4. That's been the big difference in this game.
The Midas directing traffic, standing on the rope. Midas crossing over on Spezia. Sabatinez for 3. Off the mark. Polonara finally pulls down the rebound. This will be good if it goes. Line drive 3. No good. And that's how we end the first 20 minutes of play. Lithuania in front at the half, 47-38 over Italy. Well, the first half stats are going to flash across your screen, and a big bright neon green color should say second chance opportunities, because that's what Lithuania's feasting on right now.
That is, and you know what, gives Lithuania credit for sticking to Lithuanian basketball, being aggressive, being physical, and I think, and I'm going to put an emphasis and asterisk beside that word, physical. They've stuck to who they are, their identity, and really, this is a game of runs, right? You're going to go hot, you're going to have hot times, you're going to have cold periods. But if Lithuania is going to rebound the basketball on the offensive end like they are, it's going to be that much more difficult on Italy. Italy going into the half right now, Coach Biseco's got to be looking at saying to his guys, like, listen, you know, this could be a game, right? If we come out and box these guys out, play our game, we are just fine.
Here's the key matchup. Gallinari and Sabonis. Sabonis hasn't had the best shooting night thus far, but his 3 assists has opened up, you know, clean looks for teammates, and he's getting on the glass.
Yeah, you know what, and I don't even think he needs to have a big offensive night in terms of putting the basketball through the hole, because how many times did I mention it? He's out there setting really good big screens, cleaning up for his teammates.
Some of the best pictures from the second quarter as Lithuania leads 47-38 over Italy here at the half. FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament. Lithuania trying to get back to the finals, trying to get back to the Olympics. They need to take their business first here against Italy. Italy, on the other hand, are the highest scoring teams so far here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And they're just not getting enough looks right now to keep up that pace. They scored 114 points against Bahrain, and then had a struggle shooting-wise against Puerto Rico, and only ended up with 69, and that's where we're trending right now.
Yeah, and you know for Italy right now, coming into this game, they were getting 6 more shots than Lithuania, right? And right now, they're -5 in that department. Italy 35 field goal attempts to Italy's 30. So you can see that the momentum is on Lithuania's side. They're getting out, they're getting more shots, getting more rhythm, whereas that's typically been Italy in this tournament so far. So they've got to come out and find some ways to generate more offense, more guys touching the basketball, and getting up more shots. That's just more important for them. That's how they get rhythm, right? Getting Lithuania, again, I harped on it, getting them off the offensive rebounds. But Italy's not going to beat you with defense. They're going to beat you by outscoring.
More thoughts from Javon in just a moment. 47-38, your halftime score. Lithuania in front.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
this is this the 10th assist? Yes. It gets the triple-double with the full court heave.
Play it out. As Alvarado has it. Alvarado looking to put the nail in the coffin. Deep three. Hey! Hey! Jose Alvarado. Nasty. It's San Juan.
Don't have a player down. Finds Spellman, goes up. Oh my goodness! Amari Spellman with the throwdown.
Here's Lopez. Oh! Lopez rising up and crushing the orange.
I did not see that coming. I didn't see that one. I did not see that.
Darwin trying to penetrate, goes in, finds a Diddy. What a play, what a time. Sublime primetime time coming from Sergio Darwin.
Need a big body out there to contend with Tatsen. But how about Shengelia?
Can't guard him. Shengelia, with the lineup they have at the moment, one of the front line has got a matchup that they can just go at.
Backs it in. Stoll on the push. Down the lane is Hyman. Up top. And Ibarra hammers it home. Josh Ibarra with the sledgehammer.
Now with South Sudan having qualified for the Olympics and just kind of basically exploded on the scene, they're going to be the favorites wherever they play, right?
Oh my, the alley-oop to Papagiannis.
The vision from Kalathis, probably the best lob thrower in all of Europe. Papagiannis, what a threat.
No call.
Pass.
Yes. Oh my word! Iana Phineas with authority on the glass.
Iago Phineas missed the shot. Never stopped playing though. That could be a key play as this game develops.
Maxuni now, wants to go inside. Hansen, back to Salah. Hesitates, nowhere to go here. Down good. Oh my goodness! Key toss. Thank you, as they would say in Suomi. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Back we are here at El Choli Arena, halftime of semifinal game number 1 between Lithuania and Italy. 47-38 to score, top scorer for Lithuania. Aris Grigonis, 15 points and counting. Here in the first half, he has been terrific. Just knocking out threes. He's doing it from inside and outside, John.
Yeah, he's made some tough ones. He's got some open ones like that, 4 for 6 from the three-point line. But you can see he came out very intentional. When you're getting on the offensive boards like we just seen, you're a man on a mission. Now that last shot right here, you see right here, that's good defense, but that's just better offense. And this one, right, takes the bump in the back, searching for the foul. Now you're just in a rhythm right here. You're just rocking, you're just rolling.
In a one-game scenario, and you have a player rolling like this, and you can just let him ride the wave, it really just helps your chances of moving on to whatever the next stage will be. And Grigonis is carrying the team on his back. You see the sharp chart there on your screen. 15 points and counting here at the half. On the other side for Italy, Polonara came out and played well. Melli came out and played well as well. The two bigs are getting it done. Let's take a look at what Nicola Melli has done.
And for Melli to 8 points, a lot of that has just been in pick and roll action. I can see here, great pocket pass. And usually he catches in that short roll area. He's looking to make some decisions. We've seen that in the opening games. But today, he's come out, said, I'm going to roll, I'm going to the basket. I understand that this team is going to be locked in on shooters. So I've got to do a better job of being aggressive, asserting myself early in the rolls. And what's going to be forced to happen there, if he continues to roll to the basket, get easy twos, now you're going to have those early taggers. Then you're going to have those looks on the perimeter for threes. So he's got to continue to roll. But first, set good screens so he can create that advantage and get downhill to the basket.
Instead of imposing his will on the game, he's doing it in the neighborhood of the hoop. Everything deep inside for Melli, but don't let him fool you. He can stretch out and knock down the three. We're calling for a signature game from Nico Melli here in this tournament. It hasn't happened yet. Feels like we're one half into what could be an impact game.
That's what you want, right? When the lights are at its brightest, you want your best players to step up and be at their best, right? And match those lights. So this could be one of those games, and Italy will definitely need it. But I'll say this, coming out of this first half, it's not going to be about one player. It's not going to be about two players. It's going to be about the toughest team. Who's the toughest team coming out for the second half?
So the game leaders there on the screen for Italy. Melli with 8 and 3. Petrocelli picking up those 2 fouls. One of them on a 3-point opportunity by Servidis. Sort of changed the complexion to that quarter and helped Lithuania close the quarter with some momentum, as we are moments away from the start of the second half. While we have the time, Javon, let's talk about our game number 2 quickly. Mexico and Puerto Rico in the second semifinal game. Preview that one for me a little bit.
If you love guards and guard play, this is the game for you. You have Puerto Rico, Alvarado, Tremont Waters, both those guys, high octane, getting up the floor, shooting threes, pace. Talk about pace. This is going to be a game of pace. On the other side of Mexico, you have Paul Stoll. Guy that does it, he has a lot of weight, small in stature, but has a lot of weight on the responsibility on his shoulders for that Mexican team. We had a 17-year-old Lopez, Rim Lopez, that really stepped up for Mexico last game, but I think that one's going to be fun, fast-paced. This building's going to be rocking. I can't wait.
Can't wait to get to that one, but still a lot of meat on the bone here. 20 minutes left to decide who will go to the semifinals, or rather the finals from this semifinal game here at the Olympic qualifying tournament. They're the game leaders for Lithuania. 15 points from Dragonis, 5 rebounds from Kevicius, and Sabonis with the 3 assists. Sabonis also has 4 rebounds, not providing too much scoring, but Ron, you made a mention of it multiple times in that first half. Sabonis doing the little things that just don't show up on the stat sheet, and when your best player does that, it just changes the dynamic of everything that's happening for your team.
Yeah, it doesn't have those numbers that are jumping out to you off of the score sheet. But if you look in a little deeper, and we're talking about scores off of screens lead to scores. I'm sure he's gonna be leading that department, because he's been out there, he's been just laying the wood, play after play, and it's not just in ball screens. We're talking about off screens as well, right? Getting guys open, and what happens there? You set good screens, you create an advantage, right? Because now your defender has to help. Your defender has to show a bit. And now defense is scrambling, defense out of position, and guys find ways at this level, they find ways to take advantage of that, right? A late closeout, a late rotation, has an open lane to the basket, open drive to the basket. And like we've seen, Lithuania has got on the offensive boards, 10 offensive boards in that first half. But that starts with screening and having guys out of position.
Dragonis, 15 points, a +9 so far in his time on the floor. The 4 3-pointers really changed this game so far. He's been the leading scorer for this team. He's continuing here in a must-win scenario. Lithuania looks to get back to the Olympic Games. 20 minutes in front of them to get past Italy. They lead right now by 9 points at the half. Let's talk second half adjustments. We can start with Italy. They're down 9. going to get back into this basketball game.
You know, I think Italy still played a good first half, but if they defensive rebound, close out the defensive possession, right? You don't want to play defense for 24 seconds and then lose, you know, a defensive rebound to Lithuania, give them a chance, another opportunity. If they take care of defensive boards, Italy's winning this game, right? They'd be ahead. So I think that's a big adjustment for them. They're just really closing out defensive possession.
On the other side, Lithuania, who is rolling right now, up 9. They got a good game from bonus, where they need to continue to do to close this one out.
Force. Dominate with your physicality. Continue to beat this Italian team down and wear them down, right? There's times we see early in the first half when Italy got frustrated, picked up 2 technicals. We'll continue to get in their head, continue to beat them up.
Italy will start with the basketball here as we begin the second half. Lithuania lead 47-38 here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. It's the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament 2024. Winner moves on to the final game tomorrow night. Loser goes home. And Melli gives it a tough move to the rim.
Great patience as well. They're trying to get the ball to the boss in the post. They couldn't get it to about 10 seconds left. They went to that side pick and roll. And Melli, good screen again, rolling. A great delivery on the pass.
So 5 on the floor to start the second half for Lithuania. Start the show. Bonus looks to get it inside. Sabonis, shot clock ticking down. Bonus as the shot clock expires. He's still hot. Wow. His 5th three. That's a 10-point game. Turnover. Bonus has it. Kuzminskis. Spot out over deep. I don't think anyone would have batted an eye if he took it. Sabonis, triple team. Stripped. Melli pushes the other way. Here's Spisi. Molinaro hit a couple of threes in the first half. Gets fouled as he gets around the deck by Kuzminskis. Kuzminskis is just having a struggle here in terms of fouls. He's picked up his 3rd foul. Take a look at Gomez splashing home the triple.
Time winding down, got it up right before the buzzer. Inside, outside goal.
Newt. Can't get it to go. Shot even more than Nathan. Moves it down. Sabonis inside, couple of up fakes, and then kisses it home.
So he makes that look so easy. He has a matchup with Tarut and just uses his high hip to push him up. Gives a target and pass over the top. Nice touch on the pass, enough air. Leads it right to the basket. His 4th point, 2 of 7 from the feet. Spisi for 3. Can't get it to go. Twice now Sabonis in that drop coverage. First to do it, now Spisi. 2 missed baskets. He's got to convert on those.
Italy needs a timeout here. As Kuzminskis pounds it home. And Lithuania now stretch the lead to 14.
Lithuania energized, forcing Italy to call that first timeout out of the half. Italy right now, they can't find any of their shots to drop. They're doing a good job of getting open shots in those mid-pick and rolls with Sabonis and that drop coverage, unable to make them.
Se facciamo un tiro di merda, poi lo difendiamo. Possiamo farlo in transizione. Non vogliamo. Oh, è lunga.
Prendiamo un fallo in transizione, non facciamo ricorrere. Una mano acqua.
E se facciamo un tiro di merda, comunque difendiamo. Andiamo. Adesso giochiamo. Pugno 3 parato. Andiamo.
Dai, raga. 1, 2, 3. Andiamo, raga.
All Lithuania coming out in the locker room. They stretch the lead to 14, and here is Kuzminskis throwing it down, leading to an Italian timeout. Lithuanian fans partying here in San Juan all week long. They want to continue that party on into Sunday's final. We need to get past Italy here in the semis to do that. Let's see how Italy respond coming out of the timeout. Spacing issue, finally Haas clears. He was fouled on the floor by Vitus.
They're trying to find Voss in the post against Villanobis. Feel that he has a matchup that they can really exploit, but Villanobis doing a good job forcing him out. Doing his work early, like we talked about earlier. Not allowing those touches close to the block.
There's a bus. The inbound, way off. Stretch this minus on the run. Smitskas. Jonas, he'll pull for three. Rare miss from him. Jokovitis inside. Rejected by Melli. Nicolo Melli playing volleyball out there. But I need this. Could have been a goaltender. Very close. Second foul on Villanobis. Third foul in this quarter for Lithuania. So the light at the end of the tunnel. Trying to get some offense going. Spacer gets the paint. Left it short. Nice. Pushes it away. Konis. Left his feet, didn't know what to do with it, turned it over. Rare mistake from him so far tonight. Ayola now into the game. Two sets of honor, continue to try to look for a box on the block. Nothing doing in that position. Mara's floater's not there. That's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. They're going to be falling apart right now in this third.
Well, this is when you asked me the keys coming out of the half for each team. I said Lithuania has to continue to beat Italy down, frustrate them. You see the two texts early, but now you're seeing, as like you mentioned, just continue to fold. A lot of this is frustration, not seeing shots drop. Lithuania getting out the run and getting easy baskets and finishing around the rim. And this is where you got to keep your composure. You got to rally guys. You got to see them huddle together. A bit more communication.
Sportsmanlike foul here was Novus to the line. He drills the first. Novus, one of the many who played for Zalgiris. On this team, started for that squad. 30 of their 36 regular season games. Gave some good minutes. As well.
Guy that knows how to win.
Yeah.
7-time LKL champion.
Rings on two hands. Love to add a medal at some point to that mantle. Prokonis is carrying.
That man is in his bag. That's what a young kid said. He's in his bag right now. He is in his bag, and it's a deep one, a duffel.
That's a 19-point advantage. 19 points is the largest lead of the game. You see Italy has not scored in nearly 4 minutes. And they still don't. The Sabonis now has it. Prokonis. Jokovitis. Still plenty of time for Lithuania here. Great pass by Sabonis. Sanakelskis is 3 off the mark, but his last touch by Gallinari will stay here with 14 on the shot clock.
Sabonis' hands are so big that he can palm the basketball, direct traffic, and hold off defense with one hand.
It's got to be frustrating as a defender.
Oh my goodness, because it feels like he's torn with it. He has that basketball, he's palming in the air, he's telling everybody where to go with the offhand, and then he'll just put the forearm in your chest so he can make a straight line pass across the court.
Number 51,
Kevicius back into the game for Lithuania, 51 in green. He's going to use a Sabonis screen and come to the rim. Now accept the inbound. Try to go to work on Petrocelli. Drives baseline. Sadakeskis will try from this side. Off the mark, another offensive rebound for Lithuania. Sabonis and Richie are battling, and Richie picks up the foul. Richie really on the verge of a tech there. Second team foul for Italy here in this quarter. Second personal foul for Richie. Ragonis gets bumped and stripped by Mannion. Will stay here with 6 seconds on the shot clock. It's good defense by Mannion. Being able to take that bump and still stand his ground. Enough to get a strip on it. Ragonis for 3. Off the mark, and Gallinari vacuums it in. All right, Italy need a bucket here. 2 points so far in this quarter. It's Mannion. Gave it away. Still 4:50 remaining in this quarter. Still plenty of time.
But it's an eternity. It's an eternity, especially for a team that can shoot the basketball like Italy.
I wondered if they'd score enough coming out of the half. Just weren't able to do that against Puerto Rico. Right now, they're struggling to score against Lithuania. It hasn't necessarily been their defense to come away with another turnover here. Got to convert. Payola turns the corner. Gallinari calls for it. This is his time. Gets the up fake, smartly gets to the line. That's why Bilano Gallinari is on the team, right?
He is such a tough cover. Such a
tough
cover. He stops his roll short, right below the free throw line, knowing that the defense is in the paint. And it gets it, just works in that mid post. Help comes, shot fake, under, get myself to the line. Looks simple, right? But not as many guys are that skilled that they can slow down the game and read the game at the same time. I'm gonna start my roll early. I'm gonna catch it higher. I'm gonna work my way down, shot fake, the help side defense, and get myself a look at the basket.
Italy went 5 minutes and 27 seconds without a point. As Gallinari knocks down 2 free throws. Ragonis will head to the bench. 4:15 remaining in the third. He has 3 fouls. So there'll be a little precaution here. Coach Martinez, leading scorer on the team, will watch now. Sadakeskis. Zanitas. Kokobitis. Rolling Sabonis gets the pass inside, and Gallinari fouls him on the floor. 13 foul by Italy, so it'll be a side out.
Richie doing a good job not allowing Sabonis to set those screens. They got caught there on a switch. Sabonis just rolling hard to the basket, smaller defender on him.
The spacing that Lithuania has and the principles that they have just allows for when they play to break down for Sabonis to be able to do something like that as well.
Yeah, he's like a point forward. Sets such good screens, we give it to him, and he's a hub that just figures it out for everybody.
Zervitas gets stripped. Gallinari on the push. Mannion. An attack, Kokobitis. Shot of getting back in transition by Lithuania. Payola, high dribble inside. Gallinari draws 2. Throws it up. He's fouled. And we'll go to the line. Zervitas saying that was a flop. Then he sort of takes it back as he throws his 2 hands in the air, not wanting to pick up a tech. Looks like the correct call to me.
Little body, you can see Sabonis leaning in. Sabonis tricky, right? He's staying vertical, arms are up in the air. He's leaning on the body of Gallinari. Must have learned that watching some of his Pop's old teams. Some of that 90s basketball. Rather 90s wrestling, if you ask me.
Yeah. It's definitely a slugfest back then. to say it's soft right now because I wouldn't be out there taking some of the hits we've seen tonight.
You see where I am. I said, I'm done. I'm retiring. I'm coming over here with you.
It's a good seat. It's comfortable over here.
And that was by design.
Kyrie knocks down both free throws.
Running into screens with Richie. No. I'm okay. Run around chasing speeds. No. I'm over here. Everything. I feel good. I feel great here. Knees and my back.
No wins and losses over here either. Kevichus back on the floor for Lithuania. Kevichus driving. Serafitas for three. Off the mark as they went deep into the shot clock.
That's a good defensive possession by Italy.
Still haven't scored a bucket until then for Manny. It took them a while. Had some free throws knocked down by Gallinari, but Manny finally takes the lid off the rim. It's a 13-point game. Still plenty of time as there's a foul here. That's Italy. That's a 14 foul for them. So the next one will put them in a penalty. But 2:42, Lithuania can't let go of the rope here and let Italy get any sort of confidence get back in this game.
This can still very well be a single-digit game going into the fourth.
That's where you want.
That's what you want.
Third foul on Richie. Eunice. Richie doing a good job of shielding him away. Kevich just got to the lane and floats it home. Mannion weaving through traffic. Petruccelli. Petruccelli scored the bucket, but credit Mannion for creating that.
Yeah. And, you know, even the possession before for Italy, it was Mannion that came off of that screen and got that floater, and that was in the pick and roll coverage that we've seen for the first three quarters where the bigs now are really stepping up. So Mannion, crafty guard, and starting to get himself going right now.
Guard play so important. You drilled that in my head here in San Juan. How do you win at this level without a good guard?
I love guard play, especially if it's going to be a close game. You have guys that can create for themselves, create for others, but just can manage a game. And I think that, to me, is extremely important.
So that foul there on Gallinari, his third personal, puts Italy in the penalty. So Zadelskis will go to the line for two free throws. Zadelskis drills the first. Played this past year at Baskonia in the Spanish ACB. Widely regarded as one of the top leagues around the world. It's now free throws. Mannion. Paola. Petruccelli drills the three. Struggle to start this third quarter. At least starting to show some signs now. Eunice battling, and Ricci's doing an incredible job staying in front of him. Serafitas for three, and he's done it again. He did it in the first half, and now Mannion fouls him on a three-point opportunity.
If I'm Ricci, I'm disappointed right now. Mannion let me down because Richie did such a terrific job. And you pointed out as well, just defending in the post, making it tough, not allowing the entry. And then you have 7 seconds on the clock, cut down 5-4. Mannion fouled and jump shoot. That was going to be a tough shot. He did his job, moving his feet, forcing a shot off of the dribble. Richie not allowing the entry pass.
Mistakes you can't make when you're down double digits in a winner-go-home scenario. So Serafitas now 1 of 2 from the line. Serafitas playing for Zalgiris in the LKL as well. Not afraid to shoot the three. Shot 42% three-point range this past season. Gallinari with a tough catch inside and then left it short. There's not enough lift there to get it over the rim. Mikelskis. He's on the block with Manning on his back. Eunice. The swing, Salvitas for three, no good. And another offensive rebound here for Lithuania. Italy's doing everything defensively except for clearing the glass. Kevichis for three as the shot clock winds down. That's a backbreaker.
Hello.
Kevichis with 8 points. About an 8-second difference between shot and game clock. Mannion crossing over. That's too easy. Switch on Maniunas. Left Maniunas. Cement shoes. Kevichis, tough shot. Can't get the roll, and that's how we end the third quarter. Lithuania lead at 68-53 after three. Take a look. Kevichis at the horn. Shot clock was expiring. Able to get it to go.
That's magic. That's not even a shot. That's just magic.
3 quarters in the books. 68-53, your score. Lithuania in front here in the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament. All right, here are the numbers from the first 30 minutes of play. Lithuania red hot from three-point range, 42%. 10 threes in the game. It's all falling for them right now. The biggest stat right now that you won't see here on the best plays from period number 3. Lithuania pounding the offensive glass. They have 14 offensive rebounds. Italy has 17 rebounds overall. It has been a bludgeoning inside for Lithuania.
Something so simple can be the big difference maker in a game like this, right? It's not only is it giving you more opportunity to score the basketball, but it's every time you get an offensive rebound, it is so deflating for the defense, right? You'll see, watch, you take a look at the body language of guys. Right away, shoulders are shrugged, and you're looking at your teammates to figure out who missed their assignment. Right, but Lithuania, this is their basketball. They're tough, not afraid to put their bodies on the line, and you know, right now, this is what they're really trying to do, is just wear Italy down with the physicality.
And it's a complete team effort right now for Lithuania. Scan the QR code for the courtside 1891 app. Stream, schedule, scores, and so much more from the Olympic qualifying tournament and beyond. Get it in your app store, Apple or Google Play. Off we go here in the fourth. Lithuania a quarter away from getting back to the finals Olympic qualifying tournament. 5 on the floor for Lithuania. Sedekelskis, Maniunas, Kevichis, and Servitas. That ball rejected inside. Mannion is fouled by Kevichis.
Such a smart play. Right, just not allowing, okay, out of the transition, we're going to stop this play, and we're going to match up 5-on-5 without, you know, making a play on the ball without picking up an unsportsmanlike foul.
Five on the floor for Italy. Mannion, Gallinari, Ricci, Paola, Petricelli. This is Gallinari. Kevichis on his back. Ricci open for 3. That's a great screen by Petricelli to give him that extra time and space, but Ricci unable to convert. And then Paola fouling in the open floor to prevent that fast break opportunity.
Again, they've gotten some really good looks. And two things have happened to them. Whether they decide to box out on the defensive end or on the offensive end, they start to make some shots from 3. They're 5 for 14, 36%. Right, right? So they've got to decide right now with 9 minutes, are we going to do this on the defensive side, or are we going to just outscore you on the offensive side? But you can't give up both, right? Not making shots and not getting up, closing out those defensive possessions.
Onium's great pass inside for Selvitas.
Flex screen, getting over it. One of the toughest screens and plays to guard in basketball.
Describe the flex screen for those who are watching at home.
So you're going to get, a tough one.
That is a tough one. He's fouled. We'll go back to the line. He's done a good job of getting fouled here in this second half, but that flex screen sort of just opens up so much for a cutter.
Exactly. So you'll have the ball. So obviously the ball's on the strong side, let's say the left side of the floor, and that screener gets to the weak side block. And typically you'll have a wing over on that weak side corner who comes over that screen. At that point, you have to decide, are you going to switch or are you going to trail? And then there's usually a cleanup screen for the screener, screen-to-screener action on the backside of it. So there's a lot of screens, a lot of actions happening that the defense has to focus on, has to communicate. And usually there's some broken communication somewhere along the line where you're getting that layup under the basket or a shot for the cleanup.
That time, Montejunas had an easy pass inside to Selvitas. Nari knocks down the second free throw, making a 15-point advantage. There's still plenty of time in this basketball game for Italy. I know we keep saying that, but 8:48 remaining. If they're able to get it to 10, around the 5-minute mark, it gives them a chance.
Yeah, it just feels like they're right there. They're just right there, despite the score. Because, two plays, two threes can be a 6-point swing and a momentum shifter, and you're right back there.
Senekelskis for 3.
Or you have a shot like that that stretches the lead out to 18.
Gallinari looking to respond. He does. Haven't seen much of Gallinari's perimeter game. He is very capable from Milan beyond. Senekelskis. Vicious, that's a 3. Off the mark. And a rebound by Manning. And Selvitas fouls him in the backcourt.
First, personal foul number 91, Selvitas.
7:55 remaining in the game. Here's Melli back on the floor. He had some moments here first 3 quarters. Gallinari's open. That's a great pass by Melli. And 3 off the mark by Petruccelli, but somehow he got his own miss. Also did a little Reggie Miller kick out to draw the foul as Manning comes up short on the 3. He's lucky he wasn't called for the offensive foul.
You have Reggie's of the game, or you have the Luka kickouts.
Right. Swing through move there by Selvitas. Draws the foul on Manning.
Second personal foul number 1.
Tonu and Spisu will check back into the game. Petruccelli and Manning will leave. Dragonis and Sabonis back on the floor. Selvitas and Montejunas will leave.
And number 40, Marius Grigonis.
Dragonis and Sabonis, their 2-man game has been terrific this entire time here in San Juan. 3 to shoot. Dragonis has to see it. Didn't see it in time as he was trying to go to work on Paola. The Italian bench fired up after that defensive possession. The entire coaching staff jumping up and screaming at the players there to get them fired up. And then they turn it over. It's all hustle by Lukavicius. 500 fans here from Lithuania starting to make some noise. Just appreciating the hustle. both ends of the floor from their team. Winner go home game. They know what's at stake. In fact, this OQT was in Lithuania last time around for them, and they lost at home. Paolo with the steal and lays it in. That's going to lead to a timeout for Coach Malsvidis. It's a 13-point game with 6:44 remaining. So Lithuania calls for time, and they close it out. Let's listen into their huddle, find out how they'll look to do so. Well, with 6:44, we'll talk a little bit about what that Lithuania huddle could potentially be discussing here. They've been able to get the offensive rebounds. They've been able to knock down threes, which hasn't happened so far in this tournament. They're getting a star-making performance from Dragonis, and they do have a closer in Sabonis. Where do you go now?
Well, I don't think it's a matter of where you go now. It is not taking your foot off the gas, right? You're in a 13-point game with 6:44 to go against an opponent that has their back against the wall. So Italy is going to come out with a bit more urgency, and Lithuania has to make sure that they're prepared for that, right? Has to take care of the basketball, has to make sure that they're executing on the offensive end, has to make sure that they're communicating on the defensive end. So there's an eternity, there's a lot of time left to play, and that's where they have to have their focus right now. Plays like this, where Paola comes up with the basketball in transition, gets two, can't have those plays with 6:44 left to go, and a team that's playing out of desperation.
Let's put Secco, Coach Malsvidis. Both of them know what's at stake in this Euro versus Europe battle here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Only one team will move on to the finals. That will be played tomorrow night here at the El Choli Arena. Lithuania in control right now. Kavicius flying in the lane. Sabonis with the offensive rebound, put back.
There it is again, right? That has been Italy's Achilles heel, has been their kryptonite all night. Offensive boards.
6th point for Sabonis, 8th rebound overall for him. He has 4 assists in under 20 minutes of play.
15 second chance points for Lithuania. Guess what? Lead, difference of 15.
It's been the deciding factor so far in this basketball game. Put Midas back on the floor for Lithuania. Gallinari. Tonut couldn't handle the pass.
Gallinari says that one's on him. That's on me, fellas. We're doing a little bit too much. You don't necessarily want him off of the dribble making the decisions. And just throws a tough pass to Nut's foot.
Kavicius. Strong screen by Jovanovic. Rare 3 for Sabonis. You see why.
You sure the back door wasn't open?
Tonut. Belly. Good close out there by Dragonis. Tonut wide open for 3. In and out. Paola on the spot with the rebound. Tonut crashing in. And no whistle on the foul. Tonut just losing the ball out of bounds. Will go the other way.
It's been tough. An open shot like that, Tonut would typically knock down. It's been that type of night for Italy from the 3-point line. 6 for 18, 33%. They need every one of those.
They are very capable, though, of finding a string of threes when they need them most, but that's been a struggle not only tonight, but the entire tournament. Not only shot 33% coming into this game. They're right around that number now.
On the flip side, you have Lithuania shooting 41% from the 3-point line to add the 15 second chance points.
So Mannion's rest is very brief as he checks back into the game for Tonut. Kavicius, Servidis looking on. 15-point advantage for Lithuania. Lanovis. Kuzminskis lets it go out of bounds. Kuzminskis knocked down his first 3-point opportunity to start the game, and it felt like maybe this could be the game he comes alive, but foul trouble has kept it quiet. He's back on the floor now with 5:12 remaining. Let's see if he can put his imprints on this basketball game. Catches the inbound. Dragonis down the lane, the floater. That's a tough look. He's got it going tonight. That's a 17-point advantage. Italy in the first half dished out 13 assists. They only have 5 here in the second half. That's part of just missing shots, too. Mannion, the floater, is there.
Nico Mannion.
Italy needing to string together some stops. Midas. Sabonis with the strong screen, maybe too strong. That's as an offensive foul. So his left hip out, says the official.
Fourth personal foul number 11, Domantas Sabonis.
It's the 4th foul for Sabonis. And that will bring Maniunas off the bench. Would you sub him out in this spot?
I would, right? Because Italy makes a push. You don't want him to be, you know, in a position where he's going to foul out too early. And right now you have a pretty convincing lead. You have 4 minutes left, right? You have about 2 minutes to spare to see if Italy's going to make a push or not. Now, if they do, then you have them come back in the game to play out those 2 minutes with the 4.
You're way more conservative than me. You would still be on the floor in a game like this. Mannion can't knock it down. I like to live life on the edge.
Clearly. You clearly like to.
Jokovitis. Kuzminskis left all alone for 3.
Mandugas Kuzminskas.
18-point advantage now for Lithuania. I can feel it. Nelly inside to Gallinari. That pass goes awry. A team that took care of the basketball so well throughout this tournament just picked up their 12th turnover in this game. 3:31 remaining here in the 4th. Lithuania, an 18-point advantage. They feel it. They smell it. The finals is in their sights. You take a look at the numbers. Italy shooting 44% from the field. They still have 18 assists on 22 makes. They move the ball well. There's some turnovers right now, and giving up those offensive rebounds that really changed the game.
Yeah, you think about, you know, the 12 turnovers there and the 15 offensive rebounds. That's 27 more possessions for Lithuania. Right, additional possessions that is all in the control of Italy.
Well, Coach Fazzecco talked about it in the press conference after the loss to Puerto Rico. He felt like they played well enough to win that game. They just didn't make shots. I don't know if he makes that same statement tonight. It feels like they've been beating themselves.
Yeah, you know what? They've been beating themselves, and they stumbled upon a bully that came to fight, and that bully punched them twice, and they didn't really respond, right? They kind of just laid there and took it.
Looks like that man has been in a fight.
A time or two. That black eye there.
Jokovitis somehow finds it to Gorgonos. He gives it back to Jokovitis for 3. Can't get it to go. Tonu pulls it down. Desperation time now for Italy. In a win or go home scenario. Down 18 is time no longer an ally. Payola. Tonut. Tough move. He'll go to the line for free throws. By the way, Lithuania in the penalty now the rest of the game. Novas picks up the foul. It's his 3rd. He drills the first of 2 free throws. Second one falls. And once again, Italy shooting themselves in the foot off a main free throw. Villanobis was all alone and is able to get an easy layup. It's been that kind of night.
And the awareness by Montejunas catching that basketball through the hoop, 1 foot out of bounds, and just slinging it down court.
Felt like a set play. Ricci, his 3 off the mark. And Kuzminskis has it. And the 500 Lithuanians here are starting to feel it. Jokubaitis to the rim. He's fouled to go to the line.
Third personal foul, number 0, Marcos Sisu.
Zip it. Villanobis, good catch, great wide receiver, great quarterback, great touchdown.
As well as the ladies. And number 91.
So as Jokubaitis toes the line for 2 free throws, you look at this Lithuanian squad we've now seen over 3 basketball games. Is there a recipe to beat them?
Well, you got to match their aggression, and you can't allow them to dictate the offensive boards. You can't allow them to get deflections. You can't allow them. You really got to execute and communicate defensively, right? Because they're going to make really good plays, sound plays. And I think one thing that's important is playing through screens, because they are going to bump you. They're going to hit you, and that can't set you off course.
It's funny, the standard, obviously, for this national team is so high. They were 2-0 coming into this game, but it felt like when you talk to the fans of the team that have made the trip here, you read some of the things back in the local media as Vitas gets another layup. And it felt like most didn't see this team performing at the highest level. After this performance today, do you think they get an A+?
I think, and it's funny because you and I spoke a couple days ago, and I said when we watched them in practice, this team is focused.
Right.
They are intentional. And I know some of their fan base has been a bit tough on them and critical, I think overly critical of them, you know, in the opening games of this tournament. But you watch them in practice, they are militant. These guys are locked in. There's not a word, there's not a peep. Guys aren't joking, guys aren't laughing. Like, they came here to get a job done. And for them, this is a marathon, not a race. And it's not the fastest to the finish line. It's the first to the finish line, right? And you can just see as the tournament's going on, they're getting better. So I think, you know, my grade, yes, this is an A+. But it was an A+ the first day I seen them in practice, the first day I seen them work out.
Sometimes those closed-door practices as a player, sometimes you practice well, don't come out and play well, and you kind of get frustrated. It never felt like they really were frustrated about the performances. A win's a win.
No, and a big part of that for them is that I truly believe they practice how they play, right? And it's no different. When you watch them work out and go through their drills, guys are sprinting to their spots. Guys are envisioning defense in the shots. When they're going through token defense and shell defense, they're envisioning offense there. And they've come out here by committee. You know, credit their coaching staff for really getting them prepared for this environment and what's at stake. But to your point, yeah, you know, it doesn't always translate. But I think when you add the whole mental side and the psychological side, which I truly believe that this group right here has added, it does something, it says something.
Under a minute to play in this basketball game. Lithuania will be moving on, and they'll play the final tomorrow. 1-1 away from the Olympic Games as Melli misses that 3. For Italy, as the time ticks down on their time here in San Juan, they were missing players. They were missing pieces, and they'll look back and say, we could have used a Simon Fontecchio. We could have used a Gabriel Procida. We could have used the Matteo Spagnolo. They didn't have that perimeter option that could really put fear in the defense.
No, and the tough part about international play and all these guys that are, you know, whether they're playing in international or FIBA or they're playing in the NBA, there's so much interchange from summer to summer, and depending on the tournament, because guys have contract situations. In Fontecchio's instance, you know, an injury, just coming off surgery and recovering from surgery. But that just says you have to have a deep pool. If you're, you know, one of these federations or the coaching staffs, you have to have a deep pool of players, and it's always ready plug and play from the forefront. Fortunately for Italy, they were on the the tough end of that stick this time around.
88-64, the final score. Lithuania moving on to the finals.
Próximo partido, México versus Puerto Rico.
Final numbers from a dominant Lithuanian performance. 88-64, the final score. 40% from three-point range. If they could bottle that up and bring it to the finals, they will. We know they're going to rebound well. That's what they do. Moving the ball as well as they did in this game was spectacular. They would like to clean up the turnovers. The bottom line is they finally got an effort that matched what everyone's expectation was. And a dominant win over a really good Italian team.
And unfortunately for them, I'm not sure their fan base is going to truly feel that way until they come out of here with an Olympic bid to bury. So, high expectation, high stakes for them. But for today, really congratulate them. It was, they got it done by committee. Really good group. You can't say enough about how they play as a unit. Physically, they beat you up. They wear you down. Sabonis, he doesn't even have to have his best game scoring or rebounding or assists, but the way he impacts the game, setting screens, Tubeless, a number of these guys, Gabaitis, just looking at them, celebrating with their fans right now, walking off the court, knowing that the job is not done. But this is a deep group, and we're going to see who they're going to face on the other side of this. It's Puerto Rico. They're going to have to face Puerto Rico, those two guards, this entire arena. If it's Mexico, they have another heady guard with Paul Stoll to go ahead against. But congrats to them. They can celebrate it for the next 20 minutes while they shower up and ice up in the locker room. But as soon as they step outside of that locker room and get on the bus, it is on to the next. Got to start preparing for what you really came here for.
Most unforgiving tournament in international basketball, in my opinion, is this FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament. Italy wondering what could have been if they had beaten Puerto Rico in group play and avoided Lithuania. Maybe they would be playing Lithuania in the finals as opposed to playing them in the semifinals. When they go out of this tournament, Lithuania moves on. 500 fans from Lithuania, some from the United States of Lithuanian descent, have made it here to Puerto Rico to celebrate basketball. Their fan base is very passionate. You're seeing smiles all around with the victory here over Italy. They were expecting to be in the finals. They are there now. As Javon said, they were also expecting to make the Olympic Games. They still have one more win to try and complete that task. Party time in San Juan, Puerto Rico for the fans. And the players will play in the finals tomorrow night. The best plays from the fourth are available to you right here. I want to remind you, you can download Courtside 1891, get an opportunity to not only see the highlights from this game, you can rewatch this game, you can see the extended highlights from this game as well, but you can keep up to date with every single game happening in the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament. We saw incredible semifinals around the globe before this one, and we're halfway to our final matchup with Lithuania winning here tonight. By the way, in the other three OQTs, you're going to get a final of Spain and Bahamas. You're going to get a final of Croatia and Greece. You're going to get a final of Latvia and Brazil. 3 teams who hosted this tournament have made the finals. Puerto Rico looking to be the fourth and completed 4 for 4. That's coming up in a little bit. Puerto Rico and Mexico. But Lithuania taking care of business here, defeating Italy to get back to the finals in an Olympic qualifying tournament. They're 1 away to try and get back to the Olympic Games here in 2024. For Italy, it'll be back to the drawing board and look forward to Eurobasket. The fans here who've made the trip in their tie-dye are going to be fired up to be playing in a final game. So there you see it, final score 88-64. Lithuania topping Italy. We're moments away from Puerto Rico and Mexico. Use the hashtag FIBA OQT to join in on the conversation online. For Javon Shepard, I'm Carlin Gay. Please join us for Puerto Rico versus Mexico in a little bit. Until then, see you soon.